The Rise of Rasalhague. Welcome back, everybody. I'm TTB, Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries, new DLC. Just a quick summary of what awaits us in this new campaign that we will test out together. All new campaign with the Rise of the Free Rasalhague Republic with 12 missions. We get the Crusader chassis. We have the rival Mercenaries feature, where rival merc companies will not like us, maybe, and attack us. We will have working in areas garrisoned by rival mercs, and that will lead to friendly or hostile interventions during these missions. So if we are friends with rival mercs, that's nice, we get some help. If not, well, we might get some help towards the grave. We will have the bounty hunter paying us for intel, and that can lead to rewards, so the bounty hunter mechanic will be interesting. And then dynamic, exciting missions with the new infiltration game mode. I already posted a video on that yesterday. Okay, so let's go ahead, let's start a new campaign. Let's see where this leads us. And we're gonna go with, I think career mode is the right one, right? There we have the Rise of Rasalhague. And I will just read that. I will put a point in the video when the first mission starts, so if anybody wants to skip ahead just to the bada boom, you can do that. But for everybody else who wants the lore, the building and everything else, let's go. The year is 3031. 700 years ago, the Principality of Rasalhague was conquered by the Draconis Combine and turned into what is known today as the Rasalhague Military District. For centuries, the natives of the RMD have been oppressed and ostracized by the larger Combined society. This open contempt of the region's indigenous population has bred a local independence movement known as the Tyre. Tyre? I'm gonna say Tyre, because that is how I would pronounce it in Germany. They fight to liberate their people and resurrect the Principality of Rasalhague. It is now the year 3031. The inner sphere is reeling from the carnage of the recent Fourth Succession War. House Devian and Steiner race to assimilate hundreds of worlds recently conquered in the name of the Federated Commonwealth, including worlds the Tyr helped liberate during House Steiner's Operation Götterdämmerung, and that's how you pronounce it! And no other way, my fellow North American viewers. After completing a garrison assignment on the Lyran Commonwealth world of Kellenfold, you are approached by a new client who is in desperate need of your help. Alright, starting mix. So we're starting about it's actually 16 years into the future from the other starts for the normal houses. But it is actually 4 years prior to when the Free Rasalhague Republic already exists. So this is a new start, which is really nice. We're starting in Steiner space, as you can see over here. Our starting mechs are going to be, let's do it from top, Victor 9 Bravo, Cataphract 1X, the Quick Draw 4 Hotel, Wolfhound 1, Thunderbolt 5 SS, the Crab 27, the Archer 2R, Grasshopper 5H, Zeus 6S, and the Awesome 8Q. So if you're doing this start, you're starting with a lot of moolah. You're starting with 3 assault mechs, 1, 2, 3, 4 heavies, 5 heavies, and then you have like what? 1 light and 1 medium. So you're starting thick. Alright. Import campaign data. Nah, we're starting fresh. The only thing we're doing is we're skipping the excellent intro because we have seen it so many times now. So we're moving on. We're moving past that. We're past that. We're past that. Alright. Let's see. Welcome to career mode. Yes. I'm a merc company name. I'm gonna go with the Rasalhague logo. We need a name. You know what? Because I can, and because I can write it on my keyboard, because I like it so much, Götterdämmerung, there you got it. Boom. Alright. Lots of priority transmissions and lots of stuff going on there. Cantina is still here. Same systems as before. Alright. Then I'm just checking it from the bottom. Let's check the... Actually, no, let's check the transmissions first, the priority transmission, because this is what's gonna start. The Rise of Rasalhague. Broken Promises from Christian Mansdottir. Commander, my name is Colonel Christian Manstadtir, CEO of the LCAF's 1st Tier Assault Regiment. We are a Special Operations BattleTech Command, sponsored by Archon Steiner, primarily staffed with former terror resistance expatriates from the Rasalhague military district and those of Rasalhague descent living in the Lyran Commonwealth. Since our formation, we've served the LCAF with distinction. I'm proud to say that during the 4th Succession War, the 1st Tier were instrumental in the success of Operation Götterdämmerung, the Lyran offensive against the Draconis Combined that reclaimed a number of long-lost Lyran worlds and liberated multiple native Rasalhague systems from House Kurita's clutches. Commander, I'm contacting you because I need your help, and right now I'm counting on your reliable reputation to help me with a task that must be done. I can't say much in this transmission beyond that I am in need of your services. If you're willing to work with me to see my mission through to completion, I'll do whatever it takes to make this endeavor worth your while. That's all I can say of this matter at the moment. I pray that it is enough for you to come to our aid. Please contact me soon with your answer. 5 months remain to accept. Accepting this offer will see travel and mission control to our employer. Okay, we accepted the offer. Now we need to depart. Those about transmissions now. Legend of the Kestrel Lances career start is available. Well, the start is like 5 years ago. This is a bug that should be fixed. This shouldn't show up here. Then we have Fixer. Cantina is now available because of our Merc rank. Some random ass missions. These two will actually give us a Marauder and a Warhammer. These are from the Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. These are good little missions, or mission groups, but we're not gonna go there. Let's check our pilots. Alright, our pilots are crap. No, these are the ones for hire. These are the ones in our roster. Okay, the ones in our roster are not as bad. Alright, okay. Alright, so moving on to the mech market. Is there anything we can buy right now that we can take with us? We could buy an awesome. Have another awesome. That would be awesome. Okay. I have been blocked from making any puns for the remainder of this endeavor. Let's see. Got autocannons here. It's really nice AC-20s, but nothing that we could buy. How are we looking for lasers? Not too bad. We're traveling for a month, right? So basically what we could do is at least have a look at our mechs. See what's going on here. Are there any other pop-ups that are gonna grace me with their presence? No? Okay. So, that's our active hangar, and these are our available mechs. Mech storage is currently empty, so this is now a new system. Were there buttons down here ever? Does anybody remember? Because otherwise I would have liked them to just move this down a little bit, but because that way you wouldn't have to scroll, right? And these are our storage costs up here. Okay. What happens if I do this and do this? Nothing. Okay. Okay, so let's make a nice active group. Looking at these mechs, I will probably be in the Awesome, because the Awesome is probably the best mech that we have right now for that. Get the Grasshopper in there and the Thunderbolt. Actually, no, the Zeus might even be better here. Just because it has more armor. So that could be a Lance. And then we could have like a Heavy Lance, Grasshopper, Archer, Quick Draw, and Cataphract. Whereas the Cataphract is probably a pretty cool mech. And then we have like 2 supporting mechs. Okay. Okay. So before we travel, because I don't want to travel and then not be able to do anything. Here we go again, guys. Here we go again, guys. TTB's perverse need to adapt and play with mechs. Although I have to say, this mech is probably pretty well configured so far. One thing I'm going to do is remove the small laser, because who needs a small laser in the head? And I'm going to put more armor up front. I'm gonna keep 10 back armor, but that's the most I'm willing to concede. And I'm not gonna keep 38 back armor on the CT. No. We're gonna go armor up front, where it needs to be. And then, if I lower the left arm a little bit more, cockpit's looking fine. We could also lower the legs a little bit more each. Okay, we can eke out another single heatsink. Have a little bit better cooling. How about that, eh? Also, this arm needs to be fully armored, so we will take a little bit more armor from that left arm. Okay. That's literally all we can do right here. 9 days. That's fine. The Victor AC-20 is gonna be nice. Has way too many jump jets for my tastes. Also has a bomb in the side torso here. Move the heat sinks up, move the AC-20 ammo down. Okay, what now? Also, this is really bad. Look at the armor values on this Victor. Okay, first things first, remove the jump jets. 2 jump jets gone, it's fine. Then make sure that we actually have some armor on this mech. I'm gonna go with 10 back armor again. If it's showing to be not enough, we can always amp it up, right? But you like 30 back armor is just excessive if you're fighting up front. Okay, we're still having problems. Yeah, I'm gonna take away another jump jet right here. So zero jump jets give us 0 jump height. That much is certain. But if you add 1 jump jet, you get 35 meters. That's more than enough. Okay, which means that we can amp up the legs a little bit. It's not gonna be an amazing mech, but at least now it's going to be less jumpy, but a lot more survivable. And I think that is a good trade-off. I think it's a good trade-off. Alright. Zeus! Let's see what we can do with the Zeus. The Zeus is gonna have an LRM-15, which I like. Doesn't have any more hard points for that though, right? Our hard points are used right now, right? Yeah, it's just 1 missile hard point. Okay, so AC-5, 2 mediums and a large laser. Can we maybe... If I remove the AC-5 and the AC-5 ammo... This is a small slot though, this is a medium slot, this is also a medium slot. Okay, never mind, never mind, never mind. I thought we could get like more large lasers in, but this is actually what we have to do. I'll let the AI handle this though, because this is 4 weapon systems and that is that's breaking my tiny monkey brain. What I will do, however, is we will have to adapt this a little bit, because I'm seeing not enough armor on this mech. It's just not enough armor. Hands down, not enough armor. You're an assault mech, you need to have armor. If you don't have armor in an assault mech, you are a failure. You can go back home to your mommy, and you can ask her, Mommy, why am I a failure? And she can tell you, well, because you're bringing frickin' 30 armor on your side torso in an assault mech. You doofus. Alright, well, we're paying for it with less heat efficiency, but you know what? That's okay. That is okay. Zeus can dodge? Yeah. Mr. Reed says the Zeus can dodge, yep. I want to see you guys try and dodge the AI aimbots. Because if they roll a hit, they hit. There's a CT bomb in here with the SRM ammo, by the way. Let's move that into the leg. Okay. This mech looks kind of interesting. It's a small energy slot, right? Okay, we don't have to use that one. Instead, what I want to do, the medium lasers are fine, SRM-6 is nice, and then the PPC gets us some long-range fight capabilities. This looks very solid to me. The only thing, once again, is we have to work with the armor a little bit. And if you want more back armor, if you feel that that's necessary, go for it. Go for it. You build your mechs the way you like them. I just build the mechs the way I like them. 1 SRM ammo is probably enough for a single SRM-6. If I lower the legs by 1 armor each, I can actually eke out another heatsink. Alright. Not bad. And then, oof, there's a lot of mechs here. That's why I told people to skip ahead if they don't want to see it. Cataphract. Medium lasers, PPC, and AC-10. This thing's gonna run hot as hell. Also, it's not properly armored. So here's my question to you guys. You could make an all-laser cataphract with this that has insane cooling. That could be a really good build, actually. Actually, no, it would not be, because it's only medium slots, right? Let's see. Medium, 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 large. Ah. I think the PPC is nice, but... Because with the PPC you have something that can go long range, right? But the AC-10 is kind of a party pooper in here. Maybe just medium lasers in the AC-10? Because the PPC is gonna destroy the heat of this mech. If we go medium laser here, we can go ahead and amp up our armor like crazy. Really make sure that we stay alive. And yes, I know we're removing some damage here, right? 10 damage versus 5 damage, plus the max range of 405 versus 920. We're removing a lot of range here, absolutely. But here's the thing: what are we generating? We're generating the ability to keep firing like a crazed madman. How many rounds is this? 40 rounds at 20 rounds per minute. Maybe I want to add another ton of ammo for this. Let's maybe add another ton of ammo here, if we can get one. There we go, ka-ching, ka-ching. AC-10 ammo, single heatsink. Let's build the mech symmetrically, otherwise people will go crazy. There we go. And now we can even add a couple more heatsinks onto this. 2 to be precise. And armor up the head. And that's gonna be it. So, this mech is gonna be more armored and in the field longer. Yes, you're giving away one long-range capability, but overall this mech is going to be very more scary to face, in my opinion. Other option would have been to remove the medium lasers, just shoot AC-10 and PPC, but doesn't have too much going for it. Alright, this Archer is interesting. 4 medium lasers and 2 LRM-20 streams. That might be a little bit too thick though. What about LRM-15s? 7 tons? I think 7 tons are much better, because we want some heat sinking capabilities and this mech currently has none. So let's get 2 LRM-15s. Even though the LRM-20 streams are going to look nice, I'm gonna put into the LRM-15s. Put the LRM ammo bombs into the legs and not the side torsos. Okay. And now, once again, this whole mech is gonna gain a lot of fighting capability, because it's gonna be in the fight longer, gonna be shooting longer, and it's gonna be surviving a little bit more. Okay, now all we have to do is add heatsinks and get this mech from a 1.0 cooling to 1.5 cooling, which means it's gonna be learning a hell of a lot more. This should be enough ammo. 2 tons per LRM-15 should be enough, right? 34 days work time? Ah, it should be okay. Quick draw! The quick draw was actually a good mech, but we will, of course, remove jump jets, because nobody needs that. And we will remove the LRM-10, and I'm going to swap that out for an SM-6 launcher. How about that, eh? Well, let me just go to the market and buy some SRM ammo while we're at it, and some single heat sinks while we're at it. So now we'll need them. Okay, we have 2 tons of SRM ammo. That should be plenty. Maybe a half ton. I'm not sure about this now, but sure, why not? And then we can add heat sinks. We also need to armor up this bad boy, because 28 front armor on a heavy mech is just not acceptable. Like, somebody sneezes and your armor breaks, and then you die horribly. And somebody has to go home to all your geishas and tell them, sorry, bad boy's down, he's not coming back, and they're all gonna be sad. We can't have that. Now we also 1 ton too heavy right now. Problem fixed. 4 medium lasers and SRM-10. Plus still a jump jet. This is gonna be strong. Hello, I did not want to click on that. Okay. Grasshopper! First thing you do with a Grasshopper, you remove the head slot LRM-5 because it's garbage. You cannot convince me otherwise, I'm sorry. Large laser and 4 mediums is fine. What you could do is you could add an SRM-4 or whatnot, but the problem is it's not gonna have that much of an impact, right? I'm gonna buy an SRM-4 here as a replacement. I'd just rather have better heatsink capabilities and better armor. Actually, this is fairly armored up though, so that's not too bad. If this Grasshopper had the ability to run different engines and different size weapons, and this is where we get another mech lab will come in again, it's getting much more interesting, because then you can run a lot higher alphas, a lot higher firepower. Actually, we can remove those jump jets here to break one jump jet on the Grasshopper, and all of a sudden we have way more tonnage free for more fun. And more fun in this case, of course, means heat sinks. We're going to have a mech that runs extremely, extremely cool, which means that even if we go into a hot planet, we will be able to keep firing, which is what we like to do. Actually, let's remove that heatsink and just give this thing the full armor treatment. 69.93. Boom. And the LRM5 is not that much to lose. Okay, now we have the crab right here. It's actually a solid loadout with the large lasers and the medium laser. Just the small laser right here is a little bit annoying. So let's remove it. It's not going to do much. Instead, give it a little bit more armor. While also keeping the heat a little bit better. Alright. What? Okay. There we go. 3 days. And the Wolfhound. Ah, the Wolfhound. Such a nice mech. Damn it. Can we do anything with this anyways? No. This is also already pre-configured in a good status, actually. I like that. There's nothing to change here, really. The funny thing that Wolfhound has the same firepower as the Grasshopper. But it's gonna run hot very soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a all medium laser Wolfhound. Because I know that this thing is gonna run hot very quickly. And if you do this little treatment, yes, you're giving up 5 damage in your volley and a little bit of range, but you're gonna be able to volley a lot more. Alright, work orders are in. Work orders are in. Let me save this as work orders done. That way we don't forget it. Work orders done. Save. Alright. Now we can actually go ahead and go fighting. So this is the point where people will be tuning back in. They don't want to see all the mech building. Mech building's done. Let's go ahead and... what? News? Oh, Theodore Kuritar promoted to the rank of Gunji no Kanrei. Okay. Moving on. Depart. Commander, you are a godsend. Thank you for signing on to help us out. To put it bluntly, tensions are high and about to reach a breaking point. During the Fourth Succession War, the first two liberated systems, in the name of the Lyran Commonwealth, under the promise that the Rasalhague narratives of the systems would be allowed to take a more active role in the administration of our communities, rather than live as an oppressed ethnic majority as we were under House Kurita's rule. Although the initial years of rebuilding under the rule of the Lyran Commonwealth started promising, it has since deteriorated as more attention is placed on the upcoming FedCom merger. After the war, the Archon rolled the liberated Rasalhague worlds into the Tamar Pact, one of the 3 nations that formed the Lyran Commonwealth and the nation that has historic ties to many of the liberated systems. Unfortunately, those ties are currently causing a great deal of anguish. Duke Kelswa has agreed to honor inherited noble titles, land grants, and property deeds held by families with ties to liberated systems prior to the Kuritan conquest. Escalating tensions between the nobles returning to lay claim to what they see as their property and the Rasalhague inhabitants that held ownership of that same property for centuries under Kuritan rule. That sentence needs to be rewritten. This has caused everything from civil disobedience against Lyran nobles coming to press their inherited titles to forced displacements of Rasalhague natives. In the Kirchbach system, things are getting particularly bad, which is why I need your help. After you've made all needed preparations, go to the system's jump point. I have taken the liberty of pre-booking your jump ship passage to Kirchbach. I'll explain more once you're in system. Let's go! 181 days. And with the words of a famous actor speaking to George Lucas, the actor was Harrison Ford. George, you can write that shit, but you can't say it. Plus there were some obvious typos and misconstrued sentences in there. I'm sorry, I pick up on that stuff. Alright. Talk to Demon Society. Okay, more text. Let's go. Oh, we take them down. Oh. Unhappy coincidence that we are actually named Götterdämmerung now. There was an update to the jump ship animations. Yeah, it looked cool though. It looked cool. But you don't want to see this every single time you jump, right? But for now, keeping it in. Alright, some more reading. It's great to meet you, Commander. Thank you for coming. Over 200 years ago, during the early succession wars, Kirchbach was conquered by the Draconis Combine. Many who feared the Combine's brutal reputation relocated deeper into the Lyran Commonwealth, abandoning homes, properties, and noble titles as they fled. Once conquered, the Draconis Combine forced the migration of millions of Rasalhague families to Kirchbach, leveraging them as cheap labor to clean up the devastation House Kurita left in their wake. Now that Kirchbach has been returned to the Tamar Pact, those with ancestral claims to properties that still exist within the system have returned to claim what they feel is rightfully theirs with Duke Keleswar's blessing. This brings them into direct conflict with the Rasalhague families that have owned the same lands for generations under Kuritan rule. This mess was already FUBA to begin with, but now Duke Keleswar has thrown Inferno Gel on the entire situation by enlisting the services of a mercenary group known as the Götterdämmerung Society. Not Götterdämmerung, that's us. Former LCF thugs and veterans of Operation Götterdämmerung that went mercenary to relive the glory days of the recent Fourth Succession War. And they do so by enforcing evictions, openly intimidating and, in some cases, physically assaulting the Rasalhague natives in system. All while in plain view of me and my first tour who have direct ties to the Rasalhague community. My unit and I agree that we can no longer stand on the sideline and let this happen, but our hands are tied due to our allegiance to the Lyran Commonwealth. We cannot openly move against mercenaries hired by our liege lord without risking a firing squad, which is why I need your help. I want you to cripple the Götterdämmerung Society so that they can no longer oppress the citizens of Kirchbach. I've recently come into possession of the IFF transponder codes for our local pirate group by the name of the Blankenberg Beaters. I want you to mask your unit with their IFF frequency and cripple the Götterdämmerung in what will outwardly appear to be a pirate attack from known in-system hostiles. My second in command, Tor Miraborg, and I will monitor your progress live on comms and directly as you need. Good hunting, Commander. Alright. Here is our mission. I could have gone to the screen, by the way, for reading that. My employer are independents right now. Okay, continue. Negotiation. What do we want? Damage coverage, maybe? Money? Salvage shares? Salvage shares? Let's go with salvage shares. Alright, deploy tonnage. We can deploy 260 tons. Okay, so here's the thing. Why would I want to deploy a Wolfhound? I'd rather go in medium to heavy than light. So, what will I be in? Well, of course we'll go in the awesome, because it's awesome. Get it? Then, let's see. Can we bring the crab? Yes. So I can go awesome, cataphract, quick draw crab. That's better. The only thing is, we don't have painted our mechs yet. Magno is going crazy if he sees this. You guys probably are also going crazy. We haven't painted our mechs yet. Okay, this needs to be fixed. Is there an FRR pink? Paint, not pink. Let's see. There's a Rasalhague paint. Should we do that? In black maybe? With red? Shouldn't there be some gold on there? Or should we just keep the classic one? Like this one? Just go green? Don't like the accents though. Get them like a little bit more like golden or something. Or pure white. And pure white would work. Nah, we'll keep it as it is. Apply to all. There we go. Now we look good. Now we can fight. Now we are wearing proper colors. Let's go.
My unit fought and died in the Fourth Succession War to liberate the Rasalhague people from the abuse they suffered at the hands of House Kurita. but Duke Kelswa's hired goons, the Guter Dammerung Society, have come in and treated the Rasalhague natives of Kirchbach like indentured servants. I can no longer turn a blind eye to the Tamar Pact's treatment of my people, but I cannot move against the Society or Duke Kelswa openly. I need you to take the Guter Dammerung Society off the board, or the natives of Kirchbach will continue to suffer. Make a show of it as much as possible. I need this to look like a random pirate raid to avoid suspicion. Thor and I will be monitoring this operation remotely. Good luck, Commander.
Kirchbach. Guter Dammerung. Guys, please. Invest in some speakers that actually know what they're fucking talking about. Jesus Christ. Kirchbach. I mean, if you want to bastardize it with some North American accent, sure, but I don't know. It's called Götterdämmerung. Götterdämmerung. Twilight of the Gods. Very simple. At least my German-speaking viewers in the chat are having some fun right now.
Ground vehicles approaching.
Engage.
Override engaged. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we have only the ghetto zoom right now, I remember. There we go. Awesome, makes short work of those guys. Next people asking what I meant, what I said in my last duty video, that I was surprised with PGI making this DLC. PGI had no outspoken plans to continue making more add-ons to this game. So them announcing the new add-on was a surprise, and a welcome surprise.
We have incoming battle mechs. Transponders identify them as the Blankenberg beaters. Alert can kill us while they were being assaulted by pirate forces.
IFF codes appeared to be doing their job.
A bit of good news for once. I'll take it.
I'll take it. Oh, Commando.
Lance target engaged.
Oh, he's not looking so good, is he?
Target acquired.
Affirmative. Commanded target is now priority.
Fisticuffs! Boom! Oh, this commander's still alive. Why are you still alive, dude? Oh, fuck, the quick draw is getting murdered.
Commander's target! Now!
Stop shooting him in the back, you assholes! Come here! Come here, boy! You didn't need that side torso anyways, did you? Hua! Pow! Ha ha! Right in the kisser!
Acquired.
Cannot acquire target.
Damn it, our quick draw got murdered by these light mechs. He got mugged. There's a dropship coming in.
Forming on you!
Okay, well, that was not player aggro, that was quick draw aggro. So I have to be a little bit careful with what we're doing now. Let's just leverage our range a little bit, shall we?
Target acquired.
You heard the boss! Let's light it up!
Did I hit him? Yes, I did. You should be ready to get toasted.
Enemy mech destroyed!
Go for this guy. I'm gonna go for this guy. Or not.
Heat critical.
And if he wants to stand in front of me, we can oblige him.
Damn it! Component destroyed.
There's a man who wants to die for his country. Oblige him.
Focus the commander's target.
Damn it.
Heat
They
critical.
really like this target.
An unidentified dropship carrying active mech reactors just entered our combat zone.
Guter Dammerung Society. Blankenberg beaters. The people of Kirkbach will no longer stand by as you oppress our people. Shut down and submit to the tier, or be destroyed.
Tier, perfect. That's correct pronunciation.
Magnussen.
You know him?
Ja, his name
Ja.
is Hakan Magnussen, an old friend from the tier resistance of Rasalhague. Looks like he's become a bigger player in the movement since I last saw him.
Damn it. This complicates things. Commander, our main objective is still to destroy the Guter Dammerung Society.
All right.
Try to avoid contact with the tier at all cost. I'll authorize a generous performance bonus if you manage to avoid excessive damage to the tier forces. They might not know it now, but they're our allies in all of this. They
Alright.
will be marked as a third force on your HUD. Avoid
Alright.
contact if you can, but
Alright.
also don't let the Götterdämmerung Society overwhelm them. If they force your hand, try
Alright.
to disable their mechs without destroying them.
Target destroyed.
All of this is nice. All of this is nice. And it's a cool feature to have a third party that's actually somewhat friendly, but they don't know it yet. That's kind of cool. My one point of criticism is here, this should have been discussed as an in-game sequence. There should have been like a small like camera run with them landing and whatnot. Not you in your cockpit when you're walking around, because you're gonna miss half of it because you're looking for targets. Main criticism that I have with press through lances. Comes up again. Our quick draw is almost dead. And I don't know why the enemy is such focused on the quick draw, but this is gonna be problematic. Yeah, just let him stay here or something.
On the move, Commander.
Just gonna park the quick draw here.
Moving in
And then
behind,
form
Commander.
up with the rest of the dudes.
Follow the boss.
Where are we even going? I have no idea what the other targets are, so we'll find out, I guess. We'll see how the pathfinding of the AI works, by the way, because we're going in a weird way right now. Let's just open up this door here, shall we? Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, hang on.
I'm reading
Attack.
half the primary targets destroyed. Keep this momentum going.
Copy. Your target.
This is an enemy target, right? Or is this, no, hang on, this is an enemy target.
Target enforcer.
Hang on. Damn it. Okay, blue would have been a better mark.
I can't target that, sir.
Why not?
New target grasshopper.
Copy. Commander's target is our target.
It's gonna be nutty. That's why they don't attack us.
Target acquired. Incoming missile.
Ah, we're getting learned already.
Götterdämmerung forces taking critical damage.
Alright, go to extraction
You're
point.
almost there, Commander.
Okay.
I'm reading no more Götterdämmerung targets in the combat zone.
We're just running
Good
for
work.
our
Head
extraction
to
now.
the exfil site at the marked nav point.
Okay.
Thor, do you have a way of contacting this Magnuson?
If my
Please stop
tiered
shooting us.
communication codes are still valid after all these years, I should be able to. Why?
Please stop shooting us!
I don't want another debacle like this to happen again. Make contact. Maybe there is some way
They're
we can
killing
help
my
each
quick
other
draw.
out here.
But I need to warn you,
Yeah, they're killing the
Christian.
quick draw right now.
Con is highly ambitious and self-serving. Be cautious around him. He'll likely sell you out if he feels it suits his personal needs.
Goodbye, quick draw. It was nice to see
I'll
you.
keep that in mind. Make the call. We'll see what he has to say first.
Unfortunately, didn't really recognize what's going on with the story right now because I was busy watching my quick draw die.
Left torso destroyed.
A better way of doing this mission would have been to show you where the extraction is going to be beforehand, so you know that you have to extract afterwards. There the quick draw goes. So, cool mission,
We've got you, Commander.
but as far as
Prepare for
the
extraction.
sequence of events goes, as far as the planning part of the mission goes, PGI doesn't give you enough information here, so we just needlessly lost the mech. That is unfortunate. And that could have been avoided by, from the get-go, showing you where the extraction site is going to be, so you know where you're going to extract, because then you can move towards that spot already, right? And they're still doing the same thing where they just keep telling you the story while you're in the middle of a firefight and can't really listen to it, which is really bad. Like I said, it could have been easily avoided by just having a little bit of like in-game footage going on. Like, they could even have played a video or whatever, I don't know. So, we just needlessly lost the mech. Hopefully we didn't lose a pilot. I'll take the wolfhound. Oh, pilot's dead, of course. No reason for this pilot to be dead. Number one, weird ass focus from the enemy lands all the time, and then also getting killed by the other guys while even not shooting at them. Yeah, that's nice. Whereas all the other mechs just escape basically unharmed. Not cool. Not cool. Commander, again, I must thank you for the ability to adapt to an ever-changing situation. Tor and I have reached out to this Hakon Magnusson. He has proved further insight into the situation here through the eyes of the Rasalhague citizens. All three of us agree that the gutted demon society is the primary threat to peace here on Kirchbach. But Hakon has also suggested that the first tier's exposure to this operation is too great. In his words, the Rasalhague natives cannot afford to lose the first tier as an ally and a beacon of hope for our people. Reluctantly, Tor and I agree that our exposure to this plot puts the first tier under a tremendous amount of unnecessary risk. Therefore, I'm transferring the remainder of your contract over to Magnusson to see the remainder of this mission through. Making necessary repairs, then report to him for further briefing from here on out. I pray that you two will find a permanent solution to our mercenary issue. Okay. But I didn't check what the damage done numbers. I clicked away from that a little bit too quickly. But maybe you can go back in the video and tell me if the AI damage was good. However, we lost the mech, which sucks. Repairing this thing is gonna take a while. Gonna cost 3 million C-bills and half a year to repair. So basically, this thing is out of order. We won't be seeing it again. Ay. Why is the AI only shooting one target? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's okay if PGI goes ahead and has mission design where they throw a multitude of your lands against you. That's fine. But if they keep focusing one target for whatever reason, that just makes it stupid. Alright, moving on. Now we get to talk to Hakon Magnusson. Commander, I'm Hakon Magnusson, a representative of the Rasalhague royal family in exile and the Tyr independence movement. Christian has transferred the remainder of your existing contract to me. I hope this will not be an issue for yourself or any of your staff. We have a lot riding on you. Christian had the idea of targeting the gutted Emerald Society, but failed to realize that the true threat is not just the society, but the one that hired them, one Nicole Kelsvar, the niece of the current Duke of Tamar, Selvin Kelsvar. She's here on Kirchbach to appease a number of nobles with her uncle's royal court to further cement her uncle's rule over his revitalized Tamar Pact, which means she cares very little for the well-being of any of the residents of the conquered Cretan worlds. Her reputation inspires fear within the ethnic Rasalhague communities, so I believe the best way to serve the Rasalhague people of Kirchbach is to show them that the Tyr movement is willing to support them and stand up to bullies like her. I want you to attack a facility belonging to the Kelsvar Guard, House Kelsvar's private honor guard, and the gutted Emerald's primary source of BattleTech support, while under the banner of the Tyr. Christian will attempt to run interference to give us a window to execute this mission with minimal resistance from local LCF forces. Don't let us down, Commander. Alright. Is this happening right now? I need to repair first.
The nasty weather means your visibility will be limited out there and have adverse effects on your sensors.
Okay. Oh, this pilots on hire, but they're all crap. That's nice. Can we buy any good mechs right now? Assassin's Kid. Okay, there's only crap mechs here. That's the Wolfhound I bought. We can sell that. Let me just sell it from here. Yep. Should I try to repair this mech or not? I don't even know. The repair costs are brutal, right? 2.5 million. 72 days. That's better though. That's better. So what's changed? Oh, this is what's happening. Because we won't be in a system where we can repair. 144 days. Oh well. If I do this, we spend 3 million C-bills. I don't know if we're ever gonna make this back. I'm disinclined to do that right now. 270 tons. Can I get the archer in, maybe? Perfect. Mission starts in 14 days. Let's swap out the archer and the crab. Actually, that's what I didn't want to do. I wanted the crab here, I wanted the archer here. Okay. Could send them to cold storage first to bring the repair time down. That's a good point. Alright, let me just go ahead and save our progress. I mean, like, as I said, like, as a first feedback after the first mission, it's a cool mission idea. Like, I like the idea. I like that there's some story being told in it. What I don't like is the fact that the story is being told while you're playing the mission without any like cutscene or anything in between. And the fact that we didn't know it beforehand where we have to extract, which made us lose a mech needlessly. Of course, I could have argued I could have left that mech in that corner. I shouldn't have moved it. Okay, absolutely, yeah. Still, my point stands. If I know where I can extract, I can move towards that point before I start engaging the forces, therefore not taking any fire, right? Which is a cardinal sin of Mechwarrior 5 that just goes like a red line from Mechwarrior 5 vanilla to this latest DLC. You never know where your freaking extract is, and that is just which military commander doesn't know where the extract's gonna be. Okay, let's go. Awesome, work order would not complete before mission start. Cool. So we won't have our awesome. That's alright, we will go to the Victor? Alright. Alright. We'll be in the Victor. That means that we have just significantly reduced our agency on the battlefield. That's a problem.
Reactor online.
Maybe I should be in the Arch and just learn like a madman.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
While the Guter Damarung Society might be the thugs terrorizing the Rasgallian people of Kurtbach, make no mistake, the one tugging their leash is Nicole Kelswa.
I need an action shot of this.
She and the Kelswa Guard are the ones that have contracted out the society as a private security force to bring Kurtbach into line with their bigoted ideals. The marked nav point will direct you to the Society's primary base of operations. Raise it to the ground and end them. Christian has gone to run interference and has tapped the LCAF command channel on our behalf. So I will take over as CO of this operation in his absence.
Lerms are flying, that's good.
Good luck, Commander.
One of the updates was that we should see more fire from our AI mates, so that's happening, that's really nice. Oh, these guys are out of range right now, right? Maybe now? Nope. Oh, the crab's going for them. Alright. There's the base. Grasshopper and rifleman, eh? Okay. Oh.
This is the first I've heard that you need our assistance.
Everybody send them on the rifleman, I guess.
Point to cut my unit out of the loop in favor of your private security forces.
Mountain monkey combined turncoats. Okay, that's not nice.
You will show them respect.
One more shot, and this leg should pop. There we go. Everybody go for the grasshopper. And I'm also gonna go for the grasshopper, but in an unfriendly way. Straight to the ass! Oh, I forgot. They have armor. Woo! He's a dancing boy. Also, my right arm, where the AC-20 is sitting, is already very damaged. I can happily report that the AI's arm fetish still seems to be present. I could understand it if it's a leg fetish. Specifically if it's like leg fetish combined with like, I don't know, some nice nylon or whatnot, but no, it's arm fetish.
We're taking serious damage here. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Alright, let's get the turrets down.
Target destroyed.
And then let's do a quick walkthrough, I guess. For those of you new to Mechwarrior 5 on my channel, walkthrough always means I just walk through the enemy buildings. Because that's the easiest way to destroy them without using your ammo. And increasing your heat. Because we're gonna get a dropship coming in very soon. With enemy reinforcements. And I don't want to be using my ammo and my heat to do a job that we can easily do like this. Hence walkthrough.
Warehouse destroyed.
Okay, dropship should be coming in very soon.
Base operating at 50% capacity. Keep it up, Commander.
No reinforcements? That's weird. 42%. Oh, what is that? Shadowhawk. Yep, there are the reinforcements.
I can't target that.
Okay, form up on me. Those are Igors, right? Holy shit, those are Igors, yes. Wow. If the Igors want to go for the motors, for the turbines. If you hit those, they instantly drop. Also, arm fetish confirmed. Look at my right arm. And there's a dropship coming in. Ow. Save me! My friends! Okay, I saved myself. Everybody, get out of here. Move towards them. Attack the enemy! You're killing the wall. I mean, okay, I guess that's progress, but... Oh, fuck.
On mark, at waypoint.
Aye, aye, aye. Move. Make it move. I'm stuck on something. I don't know what I'm stuck on, but I'm stuck on something. I'm gonna kill myself through that Zeus. Okay, Zeus is down. Go for the Orion. I want the Orion. Give me that cockpit. Got a cockpit hit. Why do you turn away from me? Come back. No, maybe a cockpit hit. I can't tell. Nope, too high. Now he's dead. Nice shooting, Tex. Wow, demolisher. Demolish the demolisher. Quick, quick. Heard it. Yes, LRMs, SRMs, lasers, anything.
Tango down.
Okay. Still have to kill the base. Okay, this is more fun. I like that. Also, this time at least everybody has taken some damage. But I'm still not happy with the fly. Everybody, kill the commando.
Let's do this.
That was a CT hit on the commando. Oh, fucking hell! It's a Banshee coming in. I'm gonna continue my walkthrough here.
Focus target updated.
Alright. We're gonna be the Kool-Aid man here. Hello! Ow! This guy has the weapons! Oh, fuck. That's bad. I need to kill this guy's legs. And my AC-20 has been knocked out. That is bad.
Target shared, engaging.
That's not good. That's really bad, actually.
That kill
Okay.
was mine.
You guys take care of this guy. I'm gonna go for the Scorpion light tank.
Target destroyed.
And his friend, which is also a Scorpion light tank.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Come on, everybody, shoot this thing. Why is he flying? What? You guys see this, right? There's a what? 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 A cataphract is flying. You're a wizard, Harry! He's a fucking cataphract wizard. It's the anti-grav cataphract. Look at this. He's a wizard, Harry. I need to get a screenshot of this. I need to get a screenshot of this. I'm sorry, guys. I need to see this. The anti-grav cataphract! Wah! Okay, I need to kill this base quickly.
Another mech kill for me.
Okay, we have the base of 0, right?
Power signatures across the facility have gone.
Oh, hey, pickup zone is in Timbuktu.
Good enough for me.
Cool.
Let's pack it in and get
But
out
once
of
again,
here.
we're getting picked up in the
Christian will need to make a show of
furthest
at least
edge
trying
of
to
the
chase us
map
down.
possible.
Let's not be here when his forces show
Oh
up.
man, why?
Master, you and your collection of freeloading deadbeats have now failed at
Why?
defending the system from both pirates and terrorists.
I've said it time and time again, this is terrible game design, and they keep doing this shit. Ay, 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 ay. Let's see if I can be going to the extract as fast as possible, so that we don't lose anybody.
Enemy destroyed.
Ay, ay, ay. Crab is not looking good, Cataphract's not looking good, they're all taking damage like crazy. All because Rihanna decides to land in Timbuktu. And this is a pre-decided... Yeah, this is a pre-decided drop zone, so this is literally somebody making the decision to make you walk back all this way. Which is just stupid. It's just stupid. It's just terrible. Of course, if you know that, you just set up on the hill with long-range weapons, you keep peppering this thing, you shoot everything with long-range weapons, and then you just step back 200 meters and you're in the extract. If you know how this mission works, you can choose it in a way that you take basically no damage. If you have the awesome ready, of course. So, you know how to play this mission now. I paid for it. And of course, we don't get any salvage because we have no reputation. So, us. I should just go for the money, honestly. Large laser maybe. AC5 maybe, I don't know. Damages 1.4 million. Ow. And once again, it was a fight against the base, so these damage numbers don't mean anything. But they have been killing some mechs as well, right? So, overall, I think the Lance-made AI, as far as shooting enemies is concerned, has gotten better. That's definitely an improvement. However, as far as mission design is concerned, from these 2 missions that we've played so far right now, the same criticisms or similar criticisms that I have had in the past still remain. So they have shown no improvement there in terms of extraction zones or clear ideas of where you can leave in the end. And on top of that, the story being told in the middle of the mission, where you have no brain cells left to listen what's going on because you're trying not to get shot to hell, right? So those are some design sins that they have chosen to carry forward. Commander, good work. Nicole Kelsberg was furious that my unit failed to apprehend the pirates or the two terrorists that attacked the Götterdämmerung Society. She has laid the blame squarely on my lap and has petitioned her uncle to dismiss me from command of the first tier. Friends of mine within LCAF High Command have given me notice that state politics may force them to serve Kelsberg my head on a platter to appease the nobles of the Tamar Pact in order to minimize tensions with the Liberal Commonwealth's nobility, which is currently strained enough by the upcoming FedCom unification and dissatisfaction with the Archon for propping up the Federated Sons shattered economy after Comstar's interdiction. You can't put a full stop here and then continue the sentence with which is current. This is not how English grammar works. Ugh. When Torgo learned of this, he spread the word throughout the first tier and held a secret vote without my knowledge. Through it, I have learned that my unit no longer has faith that the Learned Commonwealth will do the right by the first tier or our people. They have repeatedly broken their promises and have exploited our faith that things will get better, only to treat us with the same disrespect that House Krita did. We've collectively made the difficult decision to abandon the Lyra Commonwealth and take our chances with Hakon Magnusson and the Tier Independence movement in the Draconis combined. At least with them, we know that our lives will go towards saving our people, not further oppressing them. As my last act as a commissioned LCAF officer, I've approved your final payment along with a substantial combat bonus. I hope our paths cross again in the future, Commander. Until then, this is goodbye, Crusader 3R. Okay, that's a nice mech that we will make good use of. Nice. Alright. Dire Circumstances Part 1 though. Is that the end of the campaign so far? Or I think we will have to progress the timeline further for this to continue, right? So now we're free to travel. What is that? Oh, it's an enemy merc unit or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't this the Grey Death Legion? It looks very similar, right? Alright. This is like an area of influence where these guys are operating right now. Cool. That is cool. Oh, hey, look at that! Look who's out here! Next to Outreach, Wolf's Dragoons. Nice. Oh, more Wolf's Dragoons units. Okay, there's several units of those guys. Interesting. Is that McCarran's Armored Cavalry? Looks like it, right? I'm not that familiar with the logos, but that seems to be like McCarran's Armored Cavalry. I have no idea what these guys are. It would be nice to have like an UI info on that. Maybe you can see it on the operations, faction standings maybe? No? Maybe we need to progress further to see that with the what's her face, with the bounty hunter. But that's kind of cool. So, to sum up this first episode, we're having fun, but we're still finding a couple of points of criticism that carry onwards from the earlier iterations. But so far, fun start with some things that could have been improved. And also, as far as the mission descriptions go, I don't think it would have been a huge problem for PGI to just hire somebody to read these descriptions out to you. I always found it a little bit lackluster that the transmissions are never in voice. They should be voiced. And it could have been easy. Like, they could have literally just taken a couple of content creators from the community and asked them to do that. And they would have done it. I'm sure of it. So, that's a kind of a... That's a small piece of criticism, though. Bigger piece is that the mission design still has these arbitrary, far away drop sites. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'd have fired Rihanna multiple times by now for endangering our merc unit by picking them up way too far away. Do I think the AI got better? Landsmate AI seems to be better at shooting mechs, but we've only played 2 or 3 missions so far, so we'll have to play a lot more to get a good idea on those. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.